everybody, it's fan time with Chuck and Deb, and we are headed to Ecuador. We're going to be doing a mid-level down in Ecuador. So, hon, what is a mid-level?
A mid-level is training for people who have already planted churches and need a little bit more help.
Yep, so we'll be doing iron on iron assessments and then some modules to help them get unstuck wherever they're stuck. But we're flying down with Bud and Denise, Ray and Sarah, Roger and Megan, and then we're going to see Bob and Mary when we get down there. So we're super excited. So we'll catch up with you in a bit when we get on the airplane.
But first we gotta have lunch at Chipotle.
Chipotle!
Chipotles!
Hey, we're going to South America. You might as well get some Mexican food on the way, right? All right, this is Team Ecuador, minus Bob and Mary, but they're already in Ecuador, so here they are.
I would hope so.
Roger, hey, say hi.
Are we live again?
No, it's just,
that's
next. Live is next. All right, we'll see you.
So what's
in
a mid-level, Chuck?
Yeah. Ray, tell us what a mid-level is. What is it? This is our fearless leader, by the way.
No.
Yeah. So, what's a mid-level, Ray?
Oh, I thought didn't Deb get good inside of it? We're gathering practitioners in Ecuador who are trying to see no place left in movement. They're coming with just the work that God has been doing, and we're just gonna learn from it and learn from each other and get in the Word and see the works, and we're gonna see where their stuckage is and see if there's any way that we can get unstuck so God's glory can be multiplied throughout all Ecuador until there's no place left. So.
Sweet.
Like this.
Awesome.
But you'll get too tired doing that. But anyway, John 6:38, Jesus says, "For I have come down from heaven not to do my will, but do the will of him who sent me." And so what's his will? John 6:39. "And this is the will of him who sent me, that I shall lose none that he has given me." And then, of course, right after that, you get John 6:60, where he says, "This is a hard saying, who can accept this?" And crowds, and they were even called his disciples, they leave him. And these are probably the same people that in John 4 were baptized even. So even baptized disciples were walking away.
Cool.
Yet he sees this, then he turns to the 12 and says, "Do you want to leave too?" Of course, we know that, but this is what's cool. So then we skip forward to John 17. And of course, a lot of content here happens. John 17, "I have brought you glory on earth by finishing the work you gave me." And what was that work? He says, "I have revealed you to those whom you gave me. I have gave them the words you gave me to give them. They accepted them."
Thank you.
And then, of course, if you keep going, this is my favorite part. "While I was with them, I protected them, kept them safe, and none has been lost except for the one doomed for destruction." And so from John 6 to John 17, he says, the will of the Father is that I lose none. And then in John 17, he says, I lost none, except the one. But between John 6 and John 17, he actually lost a whole bunch.
Well, I respect you for
that. But the way his mindset is they were never meant to be with me. Like, those just weren't the ones that God had for me. He says that God is the one that gives me the right people. And then I think the big kicker is back in John 6, and this is the heartbeat of Jesus when it comes to that. He says, this is why I told you that no one can come to me unless the Father has enabled them. And just that big reminder that between John 6 and John 17, Jesus says, the will of the Father is I lose none. He said I lost none, but he actually lost a whole bunch in between, so he could have been discouraged, but his perspective is they just weren't the ones that the Father had for me. And so even when it comes to like the flops and all of the stuff that we see and the discouragements, it's like, how do we learn to adopt a mindset like Jesus and saying, they just weren't the ones for me. Like, I don't have to beat myself up or be discouraged about it. Like, how do I just keep an open hand and trust that God's going to give me the right ones that will remain? So anyway.
Ray Vaughn bringing the word in the Air Force before the training even starts. This is why we do what we do.
Amen.
Awesome. Okay, we're in Quito. You can see the sign right there. So we have arrived.